Hi, today we have a Skoda Fabia with a 1.2 TDI engine. I'm going to show you how to change the timing belt. First I'm going to raise the vehicle. I'm going to remove the right front wheel and the plastic cover under the engine. Now I'm going to remove the plastic cover under the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bolts with Torx 25. Next I'm going to open this bolt, this bolt, this bolt. 3 bolts here with Torx 25. And after that I'm going to open this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bolts, also with Torx 25, to remove the plastic splash guard, so I can have access to the belts. Next I'm going to open this bolt with Torx 30, and also I'm going to loosen this metal bracket to remove the hose from the intercooler, because I have to remove this plastic pipe, and also I have to open these 2 bolts with 13mm wrench and also these 2 nuts with 13mm wrench, so I can remove this metal bracket, because it's bolted on the aluminium mounting of the engine. Next I'm going to lower the vehicle, and I'm going to support the engine on the oil pan. I have supported the engine. So next I'm going to open this bolt with Torx 30. And I'm going to loosen this bracket. It doesn't matter here or here on the throttle body. And I'm going to remove this plastic hose. Also I have to disconnect the map sensor. If remove the plastic pipe, I have to mention that it's much more easier to remove it without the rubber hoses, only the plastic pipe, and leave the hoses on the vehicle, because they are in the way of removing. They stuck everywhere. Next I'm going to open this nut with 13mm wrench, and after that I'm going to open these 3 bolts with 16mm wrench, and also this nut here with 16mm wrench, and remove this aluminium mounting. Also I think that I will have to remove these 2 bolts of the expansion tank with Torx 25, just to pull it up a little. I'm not going to remove all the way, so I can make some room to remove this nut, and also to remove the mounting. Next I'm going to open these 2 bolts with 13mm wrench that hold the mounting for the DPF filter. Next I'm going to open the 3 bolts with 16mm wrench that hold this aluminium mounting. So you can see the first one is here. This is the lower one, and this is the middle one. And now we have access to the timing belt. I'm going to remove these metal fast pins for the upper cover, and also there are some wires here that are on the metal bracket. Now we can see the timing belt. So now I'm going to turn the engine clockwise until this pointer here is pointing upwards, and this should be around here somewhere, and I'm going to lock the camshaft. I'm going to turn the crankshaft with 19mm wrench with 12 angle. I have locked with bolt M6. I have locked the camshaft. Next, with 16mm wrench, I am pulling up, and I have insert a pin here on the tensioner. So now the drive belt is loosened and it can be removed easily. Next, I'm going to open the 4 bolts of the crankshaft pulley with 12 angle M10. After that, I have removed the pin from the tensioner, so I can have access to this bolt. And now with Torx 30, I'm going to open the 5 bolts that hold the lower plastic cover. So now we can see the timing belt. Next, I'm going to open this nut here with a 15mm wrench, and also I'm going to loosen these bolts with 13mm wrench, these bolts with 12 angle M10, and I'm going to remove the timing belt. I forgot to mention it, before loosening the timing belt, we have to lock the high pressure fuel pump, also with M6 bolt. Next, I'm going to remove this roller with 13mm wrench, this roller with 16mm wrench, and this roller with 13mm wrench. Next, I'm going to open the 3 bolts of the coolant pump. Here I have new timing belt set. This is the part number. Inside we have coolant pump, tensioner, rollers, bolts and everything. When removing the coolant pump, I have cleaned the area with sandpaper, because there was a little rust and some parts of the rubber from the coolant pump. So next I'm going to install the coolant pump, tighten it with 3 bolts with 10mm wrench. I have installed the tensioner, the rollers, installed the timing belt. I have adjusted the tensioner. Also, I have tightened these 3 bolts with 13mm wrench, these 3 bolts with 12 angle M10. So now I'm going to turn the crankshaft 2 rotations clockwise, and after that I'm going to check the tensioner. If needed, I'm going to readjust it. After 2 rotations, we can notice that the tensioner needs to be readjusted a little. So I'm going to readjust, and I'm going to make 2 rotations again, and also recheck the tensioner. Now the tensioner looks okay. So next I'm going to install the lower plastic cover, 5 bolts with Torx 30. Next I'm going to install the upper plastic cover, 3 metal pins. Next I'm going to install the aluminum mounting, 3 bolts with 16mm wrench. Next I'm going to install the other part of the aluminum mounting, one nut with 16mm wrench and 3 bolts also with 16mm wrench. I have installed and tightened the aluminum mounting. Also I have installed this metal bracket for the DPF. Next I'm going to raise the vehicle, install the crankshaft pulley and install the drive belt. I have installed the crankshaft pulley, 4 bolts with 12 angle M10. Next I'm going to install the drive belt. I have installed the drive belt. Also I have installed this metal bracket that holds the DPF filter. 2 nuts with 13mm wrench and 2 bolts with 13mm wrench. Next I have to install the plastic hose from the intercooler. I have lowered the vehicle because the plastic pipe can be inserted from the top side of the engine. I have tightened this bracket here with Torx 30. Also I have tightened the bracket of the rubber hose. Now I'm going to raise the vehicle to connect it the lower side of the hose. I have connected the lower hose, tightened this bolt with Torx 30. Now I can install the plastic cover here. I have installed the plastic cover here. Also I have installed the lower plastic cover. So now I can lower the vehicle, install the front right wheel, and I can start the engine. The vehicle is on the ground. I have refilled with more coolant. So now I'm going to start the engine. Now I'm going to let the engine to work until it reaches normal working temperature, and after that I'm going to refill with more coolant, and I'm going to close the cap. This means that I am finished. If you like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and thank you for watching.